In the past, have you ever dreaded doing something, ended up doing it, and now look back on it with no regrets because of how much it helped you grow as a person? I certainly have. In my case, the something that I'm referring to was the fact that I ended up building a house in Folsom during my senior year of high school. I am now currently a sophomore in college, and my decision to help with the house has affected my life to this day. I have come to realize that one of the things that I dreaded the most has been one of the most positive influences on my life. This is all said to reinforce the common idea that hard work pays off in the end, and to inspire you guys to find your house so that you can experience the same sense of personal accomplishment that I did. It all started in AP Computer Science when my friend Gabe asked for some help after school. I was glad to help, and when we got to the house, I realized what I signed up for. During the time, the house's frame was almost completely up, so you would expect quite a bit of trash to accumulate. Well, let me tell you, this house was massive. The pile of trash was no small feat either. One day after school turned into 5 consecutive days of multi-hour work. I was not the only friend that got coaxed into working in the beginning. One of my other friends was eager to help as well. He helped for a couple days, that is, until he stepped on a rusty nail and we were forced to take him to the ER. Needless to say, he didn't come back. So, it ended up just being Gabe and I for pretty much the majority of the job. Some time passed after cleaning up the pile until we were recruited again. Apparently, the person running the operation took notice of our work and asked if we would be able to do some other things around the house during construction and offered to pay us. We were reluctant to say no, as the project manager was Gabe's dad, so our first day back marked the start of something that would proceed to take the majority of my free time for months to come. If we had school during the week, we would go after. If it was the weekend, we'd start early. Some examples of the jobs we performed included vacuuming the interior, installing the pillars, caulking the edges of various structures, carrying bricks for the two retaining walls, loading the wood flooring into the house, installing underground pipes for water and electricity, installing cabinets into pretty much every room of the house, building a semi-spiral staircase, and filling 3 World War II sized trenches with 5-gallon buckets from Home Depot full of dirt. I only mentioned some of the tasks that were given, but it was definitely one of the hardest physical things I've ever done in my life. A 40-pound brick may not seem like too much until you're tasked with carrying 900 of them. After 6 strenuous months of hard work, the job was complete. The house was put on the market for $1.8 million and sold roughly 5 months later. Gabe and I came out of this job with a fatter wallet and bigger biceps. We learned the value of hard work, and we went through the hard parts together. Working almost every day for half of a year seems like it would get boring, and it did. We would argue it sometimes, laugh during others. The physical rewards for the hard work were just as important as the non-physical ones. The friendship between Gabe and I was strengthened, basically to the point of brothers, and I have come to see his family as an extension of my own, and I hang out with them all of the time. So, many lasting relationships were developed because of my initial decision to help, and for that I am grateful. Ever since then, we have continued to work on and off, doing various jobs. There's always work to be done, and this work requires laborers. As you can probably tell, I believe that I have grown significantly as a direct result of the work that we have accomplished. My newly acquired work ethic will continue to benefit me in the future, as well as the extensive knowledge that I gained concerning construction. I challenge you guys to take a leap of faith the next time you are asked to do something you are hesitant about, as it may change your life. In my case, it was building a house. For you, it could be applying for that job that you aren't sure about yet, or maybe changing your major based on some newly found interest. Take the leap. See its effects on you as well as your life, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed. My name is Garibaldi, and thank you guys for listening.